Harry and Meghan down in DUMPS. Spotify made a very important decision about future deal with Sussex. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are facing questions over the future of their deal to produce podcasts for Spotify, as nobody really knows what is happening, a royal expert has claimed. Neil Sean told his YouTube channel that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Spotify deal could be looking for a brand new home, as he claimed efforts could be made to reach a wider audience. The speculation comes as reported this week how the pair have only produced 35 minutes of content for their ArchieHarrisonMountbatten audio channel since its launch. In a joint statement after signing the deal with Spotify last year, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said, "What we love about podcasting is that it reminds all of us to take a moment and to really listen, to connect to one another without distraction." With the challenges of 2020, there has never been a more important time to do so, because when we hear each other, and hear each other's stories, we are reminded of how interconnected we all are. Despite the comments from the Sussexes, Mr. Sean suggested there could be options available to the pair to push their content elsewhere following a busy year for the pair, including welcoming their second child, Lilibet. He suggested that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will still have the deal with Spotify, but claimed sub-licensing their podcast could mean more people could be reached and more coverage of their work achieved. But the royal expert claimed that the future destination of the podcast depends on what genre Harry and Meghan wish the podcast to be. He questioned, will it be preachy? Will it be entertaining? Or will it just simply be social messaging? Mr. Sean went on to suggest how nobody really knows what Meghan and Harry plan to do with Spotify, but praised the pair for a very clever manoeuvre with the podcast. It comes as no update on the Spotify podcast deal has been given, while ArchieHarrisonMountbatten have not responded to comment after questions were levelled at the company by Mail Online. It follows news that a BBC podcast titled Harry, Meghan and the Media has been delayed after the BBC received nearly 1,000 complaints about two-part documentary The Princes and the Press, which the Duke and Duchess's podcast was due to accompany as a follow-up. Mr. Sean claimed the documentaries would dire before claiming the BBC are not much favoured right now by the British monarchy. This has been compounded by the fallout of the Martin Bashir scandal, which saw the BBC found guilty for allowing Mr. Bashir to fake documents to access Diana, the Princess of Wales, for his world-famous interview. Turns out, even if the Archbishop of Canterbury performs your wedding ceremony, you still have to say the same vows as everyone else. On May 19, 2018, when Prince Harry and Californian actress, yoga devotee and blogger Meghan Markle wed in front of an incongruous melange of Eton alumni, B-list cable TV stars and the dubiously acquired Clooney's, they, like millions of other couples, promised to be together for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. More than 3 years on from that glorious spring day, there is no question, it was definitely for richer. Over the last 10 months, the rogue royals have managed to not only dominate the headlines on both sides of the pond thanks to their perpetually loose lips, but also thanks to the mega business deals they have notched up, all of which have come with checks so full of zeros even Warren Buffett would be impressed. However, later this month, June 29 to be precise, we will hit the 300-day mark since news of their first deal, with streaming giant Netflix, was announced in no loftier place than the New York Times. At the time it was reported that they would be producing documentaries, docu-series, feature films, scripted shows and children's programming which informs but also gives hope, all which sounded tediously high-minded and worthy, aka the antithesis of bingeable. Still, it was a coup for both Netflix and the royal couple. It was a coup